Lost your tax return. Tell you what, with a week left until tax day, time is actually running out to file your return. So our money man, Bob Ingram, joining us this Sunday morning from True Vista Wealth Advisors, Ameriprise and Financial. So take us through those of us that are scrambling to get our return, get it filed. What mistakes should you watch out for?
Well, really, when you're filing and you have, like anything in your crunched time, you can make simple mistakes. Really, are still the most common, and it could be spelling mistakes. It could be just entering numbers. Now, with online tax filing software and e-filing, it makes it a little easier, certainly, to have everything in the right place. But you can still enter a number incorrectly or that. So you want to make sure that the simple things. Missing forms, just forgetting an account. Maybe you have a 1099 that you didn't include. Maybe a schedule form, for self-employment income, business owners. A lot of times you have multiple schedules, and you want to make sure you have that. If you're doing had investment changes last year, maybe you bought and sold, did some tax loss selling. You want to have the right cost basis included. You don't want to forget that, especially if you took some losses as part of that strategy, and now you want to be able to offset some of the taxes. You want to have that calculated right. And then just last chance deductions, forgetting to to do some things you could still maybe make a difference. You can still contribute to a health savings account if you have a high deductible plan with an HSA. You may be able to contribute to an IRA and have that be deductible depending on qualifications and that. And maybe some deductions even if you're you have the standard deduction, but you have the student loan interest. You can still claim things like that. So,
if you can't, if for those of us that don't think we can get everything together by the deadline, or if you're worried that your tax bill may be bigger than you expected, what should you do? Should you file an extension?
Yeah, you really want to file something, particularly if you think you're going to owe, because penalties can be pretty severe, starting with a failure to file. So you want to file an extension, Form 4868, if you need to. Failing to file, the penalty starts at 5% of the balance that you would be owing per month, up to 25% of the total balance. Now, of course, if you're expecting a refund, good news is they'll hold that refund as long as you'd like them to. So you don't have to file if you're going to get money back, but the longer you wait, the longer it will take to process.
And I have two quick questions real quick. One is, once we get through this tax season, what can we do to help prepare for next year?
Sure. A couple, being organized, making sure, again, you have the documents in place, you go through and, have, again, looking at cost basis, looking at what you did this year. Did you owe a little bit more than expected, and maybe there's some things you needed to do? Did you get more money back than you expected and you want to have more money in your pocket? Maybe change your withholdings if you're working and you have W-2 income, so that you don't maybe get a little bit less taken out, so you don't get more money back later. So those are some adjustments you can really do. And again, with the extension, even if you do file an extension, by the way, you want to make sure that if you owe, you still want to pay something, because you'll have penalties that build up. Even if you're filing and waiting to get that file in, the clock starts ticking on what you do owe. So.
And one last question on the lighter side. I'm hearing that there may be a tax penalty for meteorologists who don't bring warmer weather. I mean, is that something that is out there?
Well, it's certainly something I'd like to look into. I don't know if it can help us out. But, April and snow, what are you going to do?
Absolutely. Bob Ingram, thanks for joining us on this Sunday morning. All your tax advice, we'll have it on online as well at WXYZ.com. There's more news straight ahead. Stay with us.
Sure way to get audited is wear that shirt again.
Oh, yeah. Drama.